Hello and welcome to Terminal House Media. I am the operator, and tonight we are going to be having a little bit of fun inside the lab, doing a lot of reading, and overall learning. So what I'm going to do right now, trying to bring up, let's go ahead and bring up our browser. I was going over this with a buddy of mine, actually a cousin, and a buddy of his yesterday, and I thought this was pretty interesting to share to the site. I do like sort of a security approach to my learning path. I don't know, I got into IT because of Iron Man, right? So I like the defensive aspect of IT, kind of the security hacker. I wanted to be that guy in the room with the sunglasses on that could break into a building and save the world, right? So I currently have the RHCSA, and one of my biggest things that kind of stumps others in their tracks, and they kind of ask me questions, is why am I searching for these certifications? Why am I on this path? Why am I on this drive? It literally, like I said, it just kind of boils down to I wanted to be Iron Man, and I guess I'm not going to be Iron Man, but I still want to learn as much as I can. And there's this ultimate goal in mind where it's like I want this full understanding. So, when I was younger, I started off with A+. Actually, not even A+. I did the CompTIA. It was like an introduction cert. After that, then I did A+. Then I did Net+. Then I got CompTIA+. And there was CompTIA Security Plus. And then I got the Linux Plus, but that expired, which pushed me to RHCSA because I had already been working in RHEL environments for a while. And it's kind of one of the requirements after you're there for a while. It's like, yo, get the cert. But as you can see, it's a little higher up than like CKA, which I thought that would be more difficult. And it's kind of rated on difficulty. Even CEH is all the way down here, but RCSA is up here. And people talk about CEH like it's a, look at that, it's a $1,200 exam. Jesus. All right, but wow, I didn't even realize it was $1,200. But then, let's see. So, yeah, I just thought this was a pretty interesting, not to waste a whole video or a live stream on this, but we're just here. We're learning, and put that in the comment section. But yeah, eventually I do some cloud certs. So you got certified solutions architect. It's only $150. Well, I didn't know that. And the level of difficulty, it's not quite up there. So I don't know. I thought this exam was pretty hard, but I didn't think it was that hard. So that kind of makes me start to look at this. Red Hat certified engineer, or as an expert. teaches. Oh, this is a course. EX200. Let's see. Exams. Red Hat exams are incredibly difficult, I will say that. Let's do this. RHCE. Let's look up these RHCE exam objectives. Here we go. So it's EX294. Let's see what the objectives are. Candidates for the Red Hat Certified System Administrator and an Ansible exam must be able to perform the following tasks. Red Hat Certified Administrator, System Administrator, and Ansible exam. Is that what RHCE is now? Red Hat Certified Engineer exam. Yep. Okay, so it leads me here to Red Hat Certified Advanced System Administrator and Ansible exam, EX294. EX294. Okay. The performance-based Red Hat Certified Administrator exam and Ansible EX294 test your knowledge and skill in writing playbooks to manage systems and execute common system administration tasks using Red Hat Ansible automation platform. So is AU29 a prerequisite? Let's go ahead and change our scene. All right, so all right, so So I edited Claude and how it's supposed to work with me. So instead of giving me straight up answers, it's supposed to just point me to the direction of all of the sources I had, and then point me there. So search the web. A U294 is a training course, not the exam or a prerequisite for RCSA. Red Hat automation with Ansible course only, VS Code, Ansible tooling, playbooks, rolling, Vault, etc. It's on prerequisite pass RHCSA, equivalent, at least toward RCE, but doesn't confer. RC requires passing 294, which is the separate exam companion to this course. Not a required prerequisite. Red Hat doesn't mandate taking any course before sitting an exam. Okay. All right. So let's see. What am I going to do? So I'm going to go here. Just want to see what the objectives are. Be able to perform all the tasks of a Red Hat certified system administrator. Understand and use essential tools, operate running systems, configure local storage, create and configure file systems, deploy, configure, and maintain systems, manage users and groups, manage security, be able to analyze simple shell scripts, understand core components of Ansible, inventories, modules, variables, facts, loops, conditional tasks, plays, handling task failure, playbooks, configuration files, roles, using provided documentation to look up specific information about Ansible modules and commands. Configure Ansible, create and modify Ansible config, modify Ansible navigator.yaml, create a static host inventory file, create and use static inventories to define groups of hosts, configure Ansible managed nodes, create and distribute SSH keys to managed nodes, configure privilege escalation on managed nodes, deploy files to managed nodes, run playbooks, perform basic control operations using Git. Ooh, nice. Know how to run playbooks with Ansible Navigator and Ansible Playbook. Use Ansible Navigator to find modules and available content collectors and use them. Be familiar with Visual Code. Be familiar with Visual Studio Code and be able to perform the following tasks within the editor. Create playbooks and push them to Git repository. Cool. Configure Ansible Navigator. Run playbooks using an Ansible development container. Create Ansible playbooks and playbooks. Create Ansible plays and playbooks. Know how to work with commonly used Ansible modules. Use variables to retrieve the results of running a command. Use conditionals to control play execution. Configure error handling. Create playbooks to configure systems to a specified state. Use roles in Ansible content collections. Create and work with roles. Install roles and use them in playbooks. Install content collections and use them in playbooks. Obtain a set of related roles, supplementary modules, and other content from content collections and use them in a playbook. Automate standard RCSA tasks using Ansible modules that work with software packages and repositories, services, firewall rules, file systems, storage devices, file content, archiving, task scheduling, security, users and groups, manage content, create and use templates to create customized configuration files, use Ansible Vault and playbooks to protect sensitive data. As with all Red Hat performance-based exams, configurations must persist after reboot without intervention. All right. Well, that's a lot. So I passed this exam. What was that? You would think I would remember. I think it was like March. All right. And then It's only good for 3 years. And the way to keep it is to get the next higher cert, or a cert higher. I guess the Ansible cert seems kind of cool, but like this looks, man, it's the same price. You know, we're not gonna fail, so take it again. Pay $400 again. Nah, but I think the Red Hat Certified Engineer will be a cool one. So I think that'll be like the underlying scope of maybe in 2.5 years, they'll take an attempt, or like a year and a half. Like a year and a half, I'll take a first attempt and then see where I'm at. Maybe give it another 6 months, do another attempt. I don't know. But yeah, that seems like a very difficult exam, and that link is a bad link. So, but nevertheless, off of that topic, we have been learning a lot about Git. We've gone over Git Codespaces, and we've also done version control with staging and doing commits and merging. I've seen some pretty good videos online that have helped me kind of understand GitHub pretty good. Let me go ahead and share those real quick. While my Codespace loads up. All right, my Codespace is loaded up. Let me see. This video. All right, so if you do not find my videos helpful, I promise you, you may find this video helpful. So let's go here. That's the website I had to create, or I didn't create, but was the YouTube thing. Oops. This video is going to be doing numbers on the watch later playlist. If both of your parents have the same grandparent, Git is not your biggest problem. More commercials. Line 58 confuses most junior developers. Me as a senior developer still confused by rebase. Let's see. This is a true gem for people learning Git. I had seen too many crash courses straight up into commands without revealing DAG and snapshot nature. And DAG direct doesn't say anything about which way the arrows point. All right, whatever. Yeah, so let's see, I'm at 10 10:30. But yeah, why am I gotta? Jeez. Skip. Yes. So this person learned that stack. Made a really good video, and if you need to learn Git, I suggest watching this one. So man, about 10:30. I'm right here. Just go to this marker. So this is where I left off last night in my training. So did the debug, right? Next, step 2 is going to be getting work done with Copilot. I feel like I've been doing this portion for a while. Okay, sure. All right. In the previous step, GitHub Copilot was able to help us onboard to the project. That alone is a huge time saver. But now let's get some work done. There is a bug on the website. We've discovered that something off in the sign-up flow. Students can currently register for the same activity more than once. Let's see how far Copilot can take us in uncovering the cause and shaping a clean fix. Before we dive in, a quick primer on how Copilot works. Theory, how Copilot works. In short, you can think of Copilot like a very specialized coworker. To be effective with them, you need to provide them background, context, and clear direction prompts. Additionally, different people are better at different things because of their unique experience models. How do we provide context in our coding environment? Copilot will automatically consider nearby code and open tabs. If you are using chat, you can also explicitly refer to files. What models should we pick? For our exercise, it shouldn't matter too much. Experimenting with different models is part of the fun. That's another lesson. How do I make prompts? Being explicit and clear helps Copilot to do the best job. But unlike some traditional systems, you can always clarify your direction with follow-up prompts. There are several other ways to supplement Copilot's knowledge and capabilities, like chat participants, chat variables, /commands, and MCP tools activity. Use Copilot to fix our registration bug. Let's ask Copilot to suggest where the bug might be coming from. Open the Copilot chat panel in ask mode and ask the following. All right. I eat so much cereal, got bowls everywhere. All right. So let's do this. And we're going to go to ask mode. We're going to copy this in here and paste. Okay. Codespace is horrible with function keys. But, all right, there we go. So tonight, I've got a lot of work to do. So I'll be in this lab studying and doing some GitHub, but also probably have to cut it short around like 10:30ish, so that I can focus on some other work for the lab at work. Then I'll go to sleep. Then I'll wake up, and then I'll work again. And then tomorrow's Friday. So the weekend will be here before you know it. All right, so it's done generating, and I'm expecting the sign up flow in the API and the front end to trace where duplicate registrations can slip through. Now that we know the issue in the source app.python file and the sign up for activity method, let's follow Copilot's recommendations and go fix. We'll start with the comment and let Copilot finish the correction. Open the source app. All right. At the bottom of the file, find the sign up function. All right. Find the comment in the line that describes adding a student. Above this is where it seems logical to do our registration check. Enter the below comment and press enter to go to the next line. After a moment, temporary shadow text will appear with a suggestion from Copilot. All right, enter the comment below and press enter to go to the next line. Awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. Whoa. Validate student is, That was pretty cool. That was cool. All right. Okay, I can see how that's a great tool. I also watched another great video. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let me go back to my history. I know I'm weaving. My ADHD is ADHD, and it's not going anywhere. Let me see. Where was it at? Yeah, I wanted to definitely pull this statement up. I think you all would enjoy it. All right, let me go back down to here. And Control V, enter. Oh man, it's gonna, more commercials? I figured. Yep. All right. So, just a second, I just wanna go to the very spot where he said it. All right, skip that. So this is an interview with a software engineer, and I thought that what he said was pretty good. Oh my gosh, all the commercials are killing me. Skip.
And I started coding in 1984. And someone told me in somewhere in like 1989 or 1990 that I wasn't a real programmer because I wasn't using assembler.
Oh.
And then later in the late 90s, I got like syntax highlighting in color, and I went from literally coding in black and white to coding with like individual keywords being in color. And then they were like, oh, that's gonna rot your brain. It's gonna make you weak. And then you get like autocomplete, and then Stack Overflow happened in like the middle 2000s, and everyone was like, oh, it's over, programming is over, it's the death of coding, we just copy paste from Stack Overflow. So now we're in the 4th decade of panic. And I'm just gonna be positive. I just feel like maybe it's toxic positivity.
Yeah,
but
be
like
positive.
Another power tool.
It's not
has
toxic
happened.
positivity.
Whether I got color or I got IntelliSense or I got AI, the craft hasn't changed.
The
Just
craft
because Power
hasn't
Tools got made
changed.
doesn't mean that.
Exactly. So, learning and developing and creating. I think that's cool. And this is just a really good piece of evidence of how cool that could be. Let's go back here, and I'm going to press enter again. Yeah, I did it. Control Z. Control Y. All right. Now, let's see. So it said press enter. Press tab to accept. All right. All right, so let's see. Activity. Let Copilot generate sample data. In new Copilot development, it's often helpful to have some realistic looking fake data for testing. Copilot is excellent at this task, so let's add some more sample activities and introduce another way to interact with Copilot using inline chat. Inline chat and the Copilot chat panel are similar but differ in scope. Copilot chat handles broader multi-file or exploratory questions. Inline chat is faster when you want targeted help on the exact line or block you in front of you. Near the top of source application Python file about line 23 skirt. Find the activities equals variable where our example extracurricular activities are configured. Yeah. Highlight the entire activities dictionary by clicking and dragging your mouse from the top to the bottom of the dictionary. Bring up Copilot in chat by pressing Control I. Enter the following prompt text lines and press enter or send the button to the right. Control V, enter. After a moment, Copilot will directly start making changes to the code. The changes will be stylized differently to make any additions and removals easily to identify. At a moment to inspect and verify the changes, and then press the enter key. Example results. You can now go to your website and fully verify the new activities are visible. All right. So let's run. And launch it, open in browser. Cool. Now I can select my activities. It worked. I should get like a little sound effect so I can do like a little yay. All right. Cool. So activity. Use Copilot to describe our work. Nice work. Fixing that bug and expanding the example activities. Now let's get our work committed and pushed to GitHub again with the help of Copilot. A left sidebar, source control. Left sidebar, source control tab. Opening a file from the source control area will show differences to the original source control. And what we're gonna do? Just stage it and press the sign, collect your changes together in the staging area. Text box. What do you want to put in the text box? Typically, you would write a short description in the text box, but now we have Copilot to help. To the right of the message, find, generate commit message. The sparkles icon. Interesting. Press the commit button and sync changes button to push your changes. Now that's another good tool. There we go. So you're doing good. That's pretty cool. Button to push your changes to GitHub. Wait a moment for Mona to check your work, provide feedback. Commit. Let's go, Mona. Give me feedback. All right. Oh, still waiting on Mona. Let's go ahead and... Oh, never mind. Mona's done. Step 2 passed. All right. See how our network is running. So last night at the end of the stream, I reduced the memory on Alma Brain down to 8 gigs, which really could probably run at 6, but I'll keep it at 8. And then I brought my management node down for my Werewolf cluster. And let's just go ahead and look in there. See if it's still running. Systemctl status Werewolf D. Yep. And then I can check my nodes by doing wwctl status. Wait, I think it's node status. All right, so I got my worker node 1 and worker node 2 up, and just verify can SSH over there. Worker node 01. Cool. I can do passwordless SSH, and I'm gonna exit out of there. And I'm gonna exit out of here. Go ahead and log out. Cool. And then this is a little Claude thing. I'm not gonna show too much of that, but whatever. Cool. Let's see. The lab exercise. Cool. Step 3 is ready. Okay. Engage hyperdrive. Copilot agent mode. Theory. What is Copilot agent mode? Copilot agent mode is the next evolution in AI assisting coding. Acting as an autonomous peer programmer, it performs multi-step coding tasks at your command. Cool. Copilot agent mode responds to compile and lint errors, monitors terminal and test output, and autocorrects in a loop until the task is completed. Agent mode at a glance. Autonomy and planning. Breaks down high-level requests into multi-step work and iterates until the task is complete. Context gathering. Let's see. Gotta read this again. I was thinking something else. Acting as an autonomous peer programmer performs multi-step coding tasks. Copilot to compel knowledge. All right. So context gathering uses your current context and can discover additional relevant files when needed. Tool use selects and invokes tools automatically. You can also direct tools with mentions like Codebase, approval, and safety. Sensitive actions can require approval before execution, helping you stay in control. Agent mode tools. Agent mode uses tools to accomplish specialized tasks while producing a user request. Examples of such tasks are finding relevant files to complete your prompt, fetching contents of a web page, running test or terminal commands. While VS Code provides many built-in tools, you can also provide agent mode more domain-specific powers through MCP tools. Read more on MCP servers and GitHub MCP server. Now let's give agent mode a try. Excuse me, sorry about that. Activity. Use Copilot to add a new feature. Our websites list activities, but it's keeping the guest list secret. Is that true? Okay. So it is. All right, so we're going to use agent. Okay. And open the files related to our web page and drag each editor window or file to the chat panel in the form of Copilot to use them as context. So source static app JS index.html. Oops. And style CSS. Note, adding the files as a context is optional. If you skip this, Copilot agent mode can still use tools like Codebase to search for relevant files from your prompt. Adding specific files helps point Copilot in the right direction, which is especially useful in larger code bases. You can also use the Add Context button to provide other sources of context items like a GitHub issue or the result of a terminal window. Ask Copilot to update our project to display the current participants of activities. Wait a moment for the edited suggestions to arrive and be applied. Okay. And copy this. Paste. Doesn't work, of course, because we're in Codespace. All right. After Copilot finishes work, you are in control of what changes. Using the keep buttons shown below, you can accept, discard all changes, or review and decide change by change. This can be done either from the chat panel view or while inspecting each edited file. Okay. Before we simply accept the changes, please check our website again and verify everything is updated as expected. Here's an example of an updated activity card, you may need to restart the app or refresh. So let's see, chess club. Oh, let's see, participants. So let's go to, did it say before? Oh, well, let's just run the debug first. Yes. All right, and then launch it. Anyways, let's just refresh it over here. There we go. Well, let's do that. Gonna stop all three of those and then run it again. Now we're gonna launch it. Open in browser. I don't see any emails on here. So I don't want to save it yet, but it's definitely not showing any emails, any participants. Let's see. Okay, it's still not working. Why don't I see the changes rendered yet? All right, so it says the change is in the files, but I'm verifying whether the running app is actually serving the updated static assets from the right path. Well, this is taking a long time. Oh, it's waiting on me. I'm sorry about that. I need to press allow. I'm just like sitting here wondering, watching paint dry, wondering why it says pending. All right. Yeah, allow, man. Allow. Let's just get this lab over. All right, still no emails, but we see the example of how it's supposed to work, I guess. All right, activity. Use agent mode to add functional unregister buttons. Let's experiment with a more open-ended request that will add more functionality to our web application. If you do not get the desired result, you can try other models or provide follow-up feedback to refine the results. Make sure your Copilot is still in agent mode. Yep, it is. Click on the tools icon and explore all tools currently available to Copilot agent mode. Tools icon. Oh, I see. Here's the tools. Sorry, I was looking in the wrong direction. It's up here. All right, so agent, edit, execute, read, search, to do, VS Code, web, Pylance, MCP server, GitHub, pull request, Python. All right, time to test. Time for our test. Let's ask Copilot to add functionality for removing participants. Okay, whatever. I don't care. This stuff does not work sometimes. All right. There we go. So we're asking Copilot. All right. It's not getting this right at all. This is ultimate vibe coding. All right, still not working. Cool. All right, so I'm just working back and forth still with Copilot and trying to get it to fix its own code, because I guess that's supposed to be the example of this thing. It did say to review some of the code, but I'm not a coder, so I don't even know what I'm reviewing. All right, so let's stop this from running and run the debug again. Open in browser. All right, fam. You are officially starting to waste my time, and I don't believe you're gonna get this right. So we're just gonna paste this next portion in here, which is not gonna work because Codespaces is horrible with right-clicking and pasting. So we're just Control V. All right, so I'll refresh this. All right, Copilot is finished. Let's pick the results. Yeah, commit and push layer changes to accelerate with Copilot. Wait for monitor check. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and debug this. Let's cancel. Refresh. I'm not pleased with the results, but I haven't been pleased with the results this entire time. I'm not going to fix your page. But, Mona, you should be pleased with my results. So, let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Because overall, we learned how to use the tools. Oh, she said stage it. Right. Let's stage. everything is staged, generating a message, and we're gonna commit, sync the changes. Ooh, great, all done. All right. Cool. Step 3 passed. Check just JS for participant info and check styles CSS for participant info. All right. Step 4. Plan your implementation with the planning agent. In the last step, agent mode helped us move fast and ship new functionality. Now let's slow down for one round and work like architects. Define a strong testing approach first, then hand it off for the implementation. This gives us better clarity, fewer surprises, and cleaner results. Theory. What is Copilot Plan Agent? Copilot Plan Agent helps you design a solution before any code is changed. Instead of jumping straight into edits, it researches your requests, asks clarifying questions, and drafts an implementation plan you can refine. Purpose, context gathering, collaboration style, iteration, safety, handoff. All right, so we're gonna go to Copilot, I'm gonna do plan, and we're gonna add this prompt in there using Control V because our right click and paste doesn't work. Wait for the Copilot to generate its first plan. If you ask any questions, answer them to the best of your ability. All right. All right, still thinking. Hopefully it's thinking very good. All right, it's not prompting me for anything. Well, it looks like it's really doing some reading, taking its time, so that's cool. Oh. Wow, it's still thinking. This better come out with some great results. didn't ask me any questions. Still thinking and loading. So, still waiting. But let's go to our sub counter. We have 16 busy hornets in the hornet's nest. So that's pretty cool. Appreciate that. All right, let's see. So I'm placing the new test under a dedicated backend test package and keeping them isolated from shared state so they remain reliable. Wow, it's still doing its work. So I'm still waiting here. But okay, so it's doing a lot of work. Let's do this. I want to do my own work as well. Let's go here and go to power file. Let's go to repositories. Here, I'll remove this. I didn't put anything in here. I guess I could just change the name of it. Actually, let's just not do that. Let's go cancel changes. Okay. What do I want to do? I want to go back up to Rail 9. I really want to delete this repo. There we go. Delete repository. And paste. Cool. So progress tracker is still pretty cool. Alma 10 server configs. Get rid of that too. That's actually connected to my Alma 10 server. Alright, I did those two. I want to see how my let's go to here, download Git, open. All right, you gotta install Git on Windows. So installing that real quick. I'll paste the link to install Git. All right. So now cancel source control. I've got some issues going on with my terminal, and I'm trying to fix it right now. All right, well. All right, let me go back to this lab. This thing is still thinking. Well, that is annoying. All right, sorry about this. I'm still trying to troubleshoot my VS Code, which is very essential. Wow. Just to finish this course, they're wanting me to upgrade. I'm not about to do that. That is crazy. Let's go back. Sorry, your request failed because please try again. Client request. Try again. Try again when I'm 90% almost out of credits to even finish this lab. Bro, there's so much money baked into this. I'm not about to pay. Nope. Not to mention there were multiple times when I just got it wrong and it still didn't even fix the feature, and it's wanted me to fix the feature. It's crazy. Excuse me. All right, so I believe that I have my Visual Studio Code back to the way I want it. Cool. So, and this is still reasoning, which is taking up a lot of my time. I don't like that. So what I want to do is I'm gonna SSH to my, oh my God, I don't like this. Too much AI. See, all this credit stuff, bro, this is crazy. I'm gonna get rid of all this crap. Just more subscriptions, unnecessary stuff, and you're just eating all into my computer. Disable GitHub Copilot. God, horrible. Just sorry. There's just 2 minutes of stuff, too much control. It's just doing too much. It's doing way too much. All right, that was getting very annoying. It's still doing the stupid complete. I just exit. Terminal. Still doing that stupid stuff. Oh my god, this thing is really irritating me. Ooh boy. All right, between VS Code not working, this Codespace thing taking forever, nothing is working right now, and it's very irritating. And they want to charge me now because you're taking so much time to just spit out information or give me a flipping answer. That's wild. Now I'm going to have to, it's like you're charging me for being stupid. And I'm not going, no, you've reached your monthly credit limit. Upgrade to Copilot Pro or wait until credits reset on August 1st, 2026. I'm going to mute my mic. We can all see this, right? This is just so, God, I'm going to delete my mic, mute my mic again. All these tools are just overcomplicating everything. And why do I have to pay for stupid stuff that's not working? That's not good. That's not good. It's a great way to get a brain aneurysm. I still got to do more work, and that stuff at work's not working. Boy, oh boy. Man, this is just getting... All right, man. Bro, I just literally commit whatever, bro. Dismiss. I'm you want to charge for everything. Leave. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to almost probably delete this stream the way this thing is starting to irritate me with all these paywalls. Are you committing to changes or what? Commit. Let's see, Mona. Are you going to do anything? Let's see where are you going? What are you going to do here? Oh, boy. I just close out of there. Why do I still have stuff here that needs to be staged? Changes. What's going on here? Okay, cool. Done. You're crap. Copilot sucks. How about that? There we go. Commit. Y'all good? There. All good. Sync changes. Okay, whatever. Let's just finish this. It didn't debug any of its issues. Wanted me to fix the issues. And then charge me. Okay, cool. Failed. And then I checked for pytest and requirements.txt. Some checks failed. Please review the results below. How about I mute my mic? That was step 4. I think now we're going to be on step 5. We just added pytest to requirements.txt. I guess that was the needed thing. The paywalls is a real thorn in my side. Well, I can't use Copilot anymore because I believe I'm out of features to be able to do it. All right, congratulations. You've completed this exercise and learned a lot about GitHub Copilot. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. I think that's my honest opinion after going through this. It sucks, and it's asking me for my money, and I don't like how it's digging around my command line interface, the inline suggestion. Well, as a streamer, I don't want it suggesting the wrong stuff and putting the wrong things on my stream. So, my honest opinion after going through this, you suck. And I'm glad I disabled you tonight. And I'm glad that I learned about this. Maybe in a private workspace or enterprise or some company, Fortune 500 company is footing the bill. It's a good tool, but for me, this just got in the way. All right. So, not to mess up your eyes, but I believe I should be able to. Okay, we're gonna exit out both these tabs. And see, I mean, the page never even rendered correctly, and I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time when I got other work to do trying to figure that out. All right, so cool. We are here. Did that. Have I done that? Oh. So we've got a module assessment, and then we'll be done with this one. Awesome. Okay, check your knowledge. What is GitHub Copilot? A waste of money. What are the supported IDE versions, extensions for GitHub Copilot? What is the difference between GitHub Copilot Business and GitHub Copilot Enterprise? Which plan includes all pro features plus additional premium usage and priority infrastructure access? This is just ridiculous. This is not helping me learn which plan includes all pro features. Pro plus, duh. It's the only one I got right. Oh, that's the other one. Okay, so this, let's do previous. Do next. Sheesh, I'm still getting that one wrong. Is that really the answer? Nope. There's no way that's the answer. So it wasn't this, it's not this. What? So Copilot Enterprise has an extra layer of personalization organizations use their own code base to train GitHub Copilot. Okay. Ugh, gross. Just gross. Not a fan of this module. Summary, I don't even care. Complete the module. All right. I guess this is the one that I'm most interested in anyways. So we'll do that tomorrow night. It is 10:18. Identify the fundamental features of GitHub, learn about repository management, gain an understanding of GitHub flow, which includes branches, commits, and pull requests, explore the collaborative features of GitHub by reviewing issues and discussions, recognize how to manage your GitHub notifications and subscriptions. Prerequisites, a GitHub account. All right, let's just go ahead and get through this. Start on the introduction. GitHub provides an AI-powered developer platform to build, scale, and deliver secure software. Whether you're planning new features, fixing bugs, or collaborating on changes, GitHub is where over 100 million developers from across the globe come together to create things and make them even better. In this module, you'll learn the basics of GitHub and gain a better understanding of its fundamental features with a hands-on exercise within a GitHub repository. So learning objectives in this module, you'll learn identify the fundamental features of GitHub, learn about repository management, gain an understanding of GitHub flow, including branches, commits, and pull requests, explore collaborative features of GitHub by reviewing issues and discussions, recognize how to manage your GitHub notifications and subscriptions. How about no subscriptions? Oh, man. But yeah, this is actually the module that I cared about the most anyways. All right, in this unit, we review the following learning objectives. Brief overview of GitHub Enterprise Platform, how to create a repository, adding files to a repository, how to search repositories, introduction to Gist and Wikis. GitHub. Before we explore the GitHub platform in detail, it's important to understand what it's built on. Git is a distributed version control system that lets developers track changes, collaborate on code, and manage revisions over time. GitHub builds on top of Git by adding collaboration tools, automation features, and a user-friendly web interface. Understanding Git basics like commits, branches, and merging will help you use GitHub more effectively. GitHub is a cloud-based platform that uses GitHub distributed version control system. At its core, the GitHub platform simplifies the process of collaborating on projects and provides a website, command line tools, and overall flow that allows developers and users to work together. As we learned earlier, GitHub provides an AI-powered developer platform to build, scale, and deliver secure software. Anyways, let's break down each one of the core pillars of the GitHub Enterprise Platform: AI collaboration, productivity, security, and scale. Generative AI is dramatically transforming software development. The GitHub Enterprise Platform enhances collaboration through AI-powered pull requests and issues, productivity through Copilot, Copilot chat, and Copilot agents, and security by providing quicker feedback to improve security. Collaboration is at the core of everything GitHub does. GitHub offers tools that help teams work together efficiently, reducing delays and streamlining workflows. Repositories, issues, pull requests, and other tools help to support faster collaboration across roles, shorten approval cycles, and improve delivery speed. Productivity is accelerated with automation that the GitHub Enterprise Platform provides. With built-in CI/CD continuous integration and continuous delivery tools directly integrated into the development process. The platform lets users automate repetitive tasks and speed up daily work. This allows developers to focus more on coding and solving problems. Security. GitHub integrates security directly into the development process from the very beginning. At every stage, GitHub Enterprise includes native first-party features like CodeQL, secret scanning, Dependabot, and security overview to minimize risk. Code remains private while still benefiting from integrated security checks. GitHub continues to invest in enterprise-grade security and compliance. Trusted by Microsoft and organizations in highly regulated industries, GitHub adheres to global compliance standards, making it a reliable choice for secure development at scale. GitHub is the largest developer community of its kind, with real-time data from over 100 million developers, 420 million repositories, and countless deployments. GitHub continuously learns and evolves its products. Its large user base provides a diverse perspective on what developers need, driving ongoing innovation to meet those needs. At the same time, GitHub is an extensible platform. Open source developers from around the world contribute to and enhance the very feature that make GitHub exceptional. After experiencing this Copilot thing and all the paywalls, I don't know about exceptional. That's a reach. This is translated into an incredible scale that is unmatched and unparalleled by any other company on the planet. Insights from this large developer base help GitHub continuously evolve the platform. In essence, the GitHub Enterprise platform focuses on the developer experience. It provides collaboration tools, automation, and AI-driven features that support productivity, security, and scalability in a unified developer experience. Now let's get into the backbone of GitHub repositories. Introduction to repositories. What is a repository? How to create a repository, adding files to a repository, how to search for repositories. Introduction to Git, Wikis, and GitHub pages. What is a repository? It's a folder. How to create a repository. You already know how to do that. Use the owner drop-down menu to select the account you want the repository in. Type the name of your repository. Public repositories are accessible to everyone on the internet. Private, obviously, explicitly to who you share it to. How to clone a repository. Git clone and send it to your place or whatever. And then CD. All right, how to add a file to your repository. Add file, create file, upload files. And you see the name of the file and where it's at. Commit changes, propose changes. What are GIST? That's something I don't know. GIST are a feature of GitHub that allows users to share code, snippets, notes, or other small pieces of information in a lightweight and convenient way. They are essentially mini Git repositories, which means you can fork, clone, and version control them just like a full repository. GIST are particularly useful for sharing quick solutions, configuration files, or examples without the need to create a full repository. Key features of GIST: public and secret GIST. Public GIST, these are visible to everyone. Secret, these are not searchable or publicly listed, but they are not entirely private. Anyone with the URL can access them. They are useful for sharing code with a limited audience, such as collaborators or friends. Version control, forking and cloning, embedding, markdown support, of course, collaboration. Use cases for GIST: sharing quick code examples for solutions, storing configuration files or scripts for personal use, creating templates for commonly used patterns, sharing error logs or debugging information with others, embedding code snippets in blogs, forums, or documentation. Limitations of GIST. GIST are not entirely private. Even if marked as secret, anyone with the URL can access them, so they should not be used for sensitive, confidential information. That's important. All right. They are best suited for small snippets or single files. For larger projects or multi-file structures, or a full repository is more appropriate. To learn more about how to create and manage GIFs, refer to GitHub documentation in the resources section of this module. Forking and cloning. Git clone. What are wikis? Every repository in GitHub comes equipped with a section for hosting documentation called a wiki. You can use your repository's wiki to share long-form content about the project, such as how to use it, how you designed it, or its core principles. While a README file quickly tells what your project can do, you can use Wiki to provide additional information. All right, what are feature previews? Feature previews allow you to try out experimental features on GitHub before they are official release. These previews give you early access to new functionality and allow you to provide feedback to help shape the final product. All right, next. All right, we'll pick up on this tomorrow. We are at the 10:30 mark, and I want to make good use of my time tonight, so I get some other work done, and I will catch you all tomorrow on the flip side. I'm sorry that the stream it's a learning process. Let's go back to the disclaimer real quick. All right, so it is a learning process. I'm just figuring this stuff out. I am not a source of truth, but more power to you if you are able to watch this and get anything useful from it. I hope that you have a great night, a great day, a wonderful life, and I will see you the next time I am live. Bye-bye.